I'm Boni and you're watching CCTV, Conscious Creation Made Simple. I'm here to answer your questions about how to consciously create a life you love. Today's question is from Donna, and she writes, "Hi Boni, I know how important it is to keep our thoughts positive. I listen to positive meditations before sleep, but I still wake up focused on lack and bills and failure. How do I turn my thoughts around when I'm not controlling them? Love, Donna." Donna, thank you for your question. Wow, this is critical, isn't it? If your thoughts and emotions create your reality, which they do, and if you're fixated on lack and bills and failure, then you're going to create that. Of course, it won't happen quickly, as negativity isn't nearly as powerful as positivity, but still, you aren't helping yourself one iota by focusing on what you don't want. I remember how tough it can be to break free of that cycle. I was there too, on the verge of bankruptcy, which I did end up filing for, my house in foreclosure, no job, no income, not even a glimmer of a prospect of a job. It's hard to stay positive when bill collectors are calling and there seems to be no hope on the horizon. So what's the answer? Begin by facing your fears. Let's face it, they aren't going away. So take a close look. Sit down and write out the worst thing that could happen. Now, I know what you're going to say. Won't feeling my fear make it happen? No. Feeling it beneath the surface day in and day out will make it happen. Bringing it all to consciousness for the purpose of releasing the fear will, release the fear. So what is your worst fear? Your home will be foreclosed upon? Your car will be repossessed? You'll be homeless? What is it? Play it through in your mind. Imagine yourself living out the absolute worst thing that could happen. Then let it go. It's usually nowhere near as scary as we think it will be. The next step is to somehow give yourself an emotional break. You have to force a disruption in the negative thinking, even if for just an hour a day. For me, it was getting totally fed up with feeling afraid. I hated that feeling. So I made a very conscious choice to only think about one thing, what I was grateful for, and to be happy with what I had. I accepted that I might be homeless. I faced that worst fear and figured even if I were homeless, at least I'd be a happy homeless person. That had to be better than living in terror day in and day out. If that idea doesn't do it for you, do something else to get out of your head. Get out in nature. Volunteer for those less fortunate. Force yourself to write 100 things you're grateful for. Just find a way to get out of the negative emotional spiral for a definitive period of time every day. Third, give that negativity a way back in. Yep, you heard right. Most negativity is either habit or self-sabotage. You see, you have a part of you that wants you to fail, that wants your worst fear to be realized. That part of you I call the negative self. And if you let it talk, you disempower it. Just imagine a dark, unwashed, nasty you who can only tell lies. Imagine them once a day for 5 minutes. Let them rant and rave about what an asshole you are and how you'll never amount to anything. My negative self is particularly brutal. Here's what they said once when I was going through my scarcity period. "You really think you can create money coming out of thin air? You moron. I wish I had a bridge to sell you because you are the most gullible idiot I've ever met. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to blow through what minuscule money you have right now, and everyone you know is going to see you for who you really are and turn their backs on you. Your sons are going to disown you and hate you forevermore for blowing every opportunity you ever had. You're stupid and mean and selfish, and you never amount to anything. Give it up, sweetheart. You're worthless through and through." Yeah, she said some other mean things that I left out. But the point is, when that venom was released and I could recognize the poison for what it was, lies, I was free. I turned that negative part of me over to my higher self for healing, imagining her wrapping her arms of light around that dirty, mean aspect of me and taking her away. And I was free to love myself and dream my future. Speaking of which, Once you've tamed the nasty and negative parts of you, it's time to let out the dreamer, the truth teller, and the divine part of you, and begin to think and feel and believe in the abundance you were always meant to experience. How do you do that? You begin to flow energy towards what you do want. You could simply imagine what it will be like when you have more money than you have bills. And the extra money just keeps piling up and multiplying, and suddenly you have a problem. What do you do with all that extra money? You then start to make a mental note to start researching investment strategies. Or you could do the 1-minute manifestor technique. Or you could do the jump the gap technique. I'll put links to both of those techniques below. Then, throughout your day, if your mind goes to your bills or to any type of scarcity, force it to focus on abundance. Think about your last paycheck and the fact that you created that out of thin air. Think about abundance in your pantry. I bet you have extra tea, extra canned goods, extra sugar. Such abundance. Think about how many clothes you have. I'll bet you have way more than one outfit. Do you have an abundance of friends? An abundance of information about creating? I know you have that one because you have my website. When you start looking for it, you'll see you already experience so much abundance. It's really a matter of changing your thinking habits, Donna. You are in control of your thoughts, despite what you wrote when you said, how do I turn my thoughts around when I'm not controlling them? Change that belief and any other beliefs you have that limit your abundance. I list hundreds of beliefs that limit the abundance you can create in my book, The Map to Abundance. I also teach you how to test yourself for those beliefs so you know which ones you need to change. Once you retrain your mind to think positive and clear out the conflicting beliefs, it takes very little effort to stay there, and thinking and feeling abundant will become second nature. That's my A to your Q, Donna. I hope it helped. Now I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever felt stuck in negative thoughts and feelings? How did you get out of that space and begin to create positively once again? Come on over to livealifeyoulove.com and share your experiences. As my friend Lazara says, there's magic in the telling. I'd also love to know if you liked this video. If you did, please like it, subscribe to this channel, and share it with your friends. And don't forget to sign up to receive email updates at livealifeyoulove.com. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, you are far more powerful than you know. Make a commitment to yourself to discover that power and to consciously create a life you love.